We've got the full team of the season schedule now leaked, so we have plenty to talk about with that. We've also got, a card in this team here that if you missed yesterday, you might want to go back and watch the end of yesterday's video, because we did indeed manage to pack ourselves Luka Modric. Team of the season, who I think is about, what, 3 million coins, I want to say, right now? Yeah, and with the Evo, he's even gone up, so he's up to 3.6 million coins right now, and he's honestly insane. There's a bunch to talk about today. We have like random kind of news to talk about. We'll talk about maybe prepping for a guaranteed live team of the season pack as well, and then also, yesterday's video, I didn't put anything in the title revolving around a great pack pull, right? I didn't put in the title like, oh, my best pack pull yet, one of my best pulls of the year, etc., etc. I didn't put anything in the title like that. And do you guys like that? Because obviously for me, I'm thinking like, okay, it'll probably get more views if I were to put the title like, oh my god, insane pack pull, OMG, with 16 fire emojis on top. Like, it's probably getting more views, but I don't want to ruin your guys' experience. Like, it's just kind of like not even mention the title of the video, and then we ended up packing something crazy like that. So let me know if you guys in the future, would you rather have me put something in the title like crazy pack pulls and you like know to click on it, or would you rather it be just a total surprise when you watch the video, right? I'm not really sure what to do with that, but yeah, let me know what you guys think about that. But he's honestly fucking insane so far, and that evolution that just came out today is going to make him even better. And a couple things with that new Evo that we're going to talk about here right now, actually. If you guys want to buy coins, you can go to mmoxp.com. The link is in the description. Use my code JFC at checkout for a 5% discount. As for one, I'm actually pretty stunned that a card like Modric can even fit into this evolution. Like, how can this card fit? I have no idea. Now, a couple things. One, the card design stinks. I'm not gonna lie, this card design fucking it sucks. It's nowhere near as good as team of the season in my opinion. And also a problem with this, to me it's more like an oversight, honestly, is if you get a red player pick, Luka Modric, or really any team of the season card at all, that you then decided or would decide to put into this evolution, you can't, because he's a red card and he's not a team of the season, which is the only rarity you can use in the evolution. So if you happen to pack a red player that is good that you want to put in here, you just can't, which I'm really hoping is not the case for like the rest of this year, because to me that's a giant oversight that you can't put any of those, like even those lower tier cards into any evolution. Like, that's a pretty big oversight to me, and maybe they'll fix that as time goes on, but as of right now, I don't understand that. It's basically a way for them to say, hey, you either have to buy a player and then make him untradeable, so therefore you waste a certain amount of coins, right? Because you just made him untradeable, it just swallows your coins. Or you have to open packs to get the blue version and not the red version from just playing games. So it seems a little shitty and scummy to me, which, I mean, is that a surprise at all? No, of course it's not. But also, Squad Battles rewards has changed as well. We've only not seen now the new Rivals rewards, so I'm assuming we should see in the next day or two here. The Squad Battles now also has some TOTS packs in it, so you get a TOTS player, I want to say from gold and up. Gold 3 is max 90. Okay, so is it gold 1, I want to say, that's not max? No, gold 1's max 92, so you have to get elite, is that right? Elite 3 then is not max? Okay, so then it's elite 3 is not max rating. But another thing too is that it says Ultimate Team Champions TOTS guarantee, so it won't be blue. This will be a red card, which I think actually, like, in terms of just like aesthetic wise, wouldn't be bad. I like the red card design. Just the fact that they won't even let you use that in Evo is kind of shitty, and I hope that they do fix that. Now, as well, with a top 100 or top 200, whatever it is now, you actually can get a player pick as well, but the problem is the top 200 for squad battles is just cheaters, and that's it. It's literally virtually impossible to get this without cheating. At least is what I've heard on the street, is like people that used to get this often, they just can't anymore, because people will just use cheats to score 5 goals and get max points on ultimate difficulty, and then you can't make it. So that's another problem as well that EA just, it doesn't seem like they have any plan on fixing, or they even really know how to fix necessarily. And we got Lucas Vazquez today, and it was exactly what the leaked card was. So that kind of shows us as well, these new leaks from this leaker that we're about to see in one sec are confirmed, and Lucas Vazquez came out, and I think they made him a little bit worse because of this new evolution that came out. But 2 playstyle pluses for me, when there's cards that are, we're gonna have plenty with 3 in like no time, it's hard for me to really get behind that, to be honest with you. But this card might actually look very good if they were to get 2 upgrades, and right now they just beat Barcelona, so they're already on their way to 2. And also still no word on any other exchanges, so I'm assuming we're not going to get any. And for the Prem Tots pack opening, which will be live on YouTube and Twitch on the day of the Prem Tots release, I'm I'm going to put in about 30 more of the 89 plus exchanges in there just to always remind you guys for coming up this Friday of what we have got going on. Now, let's take a look at the team of the season schedule that is now confirmed. Yesterday, we talked about the fact that the Premier League will be coming first and not the Bundesliga. We thought Bundesliga might end up being first because EA tweeted out voting for Bundesliga. Turns out that's actually the only league that we can vote. So that's going to be the only voting at all for the whole team of the season. It says only Bundesliga will be based on votes. Other than that, that is it. So the order is going to be very similar. I think it's the exact same, actually, to what we've always seen in FIFA. Premier League, Bundesliga, Liga 1, La Liga, Serie A, and then Ultimate on the 31st of May. And it's also, we saw yesterday, confirmed to be women's leagues and men's leagues combined now. And obviously, Serie A's women's league, I think, only has Juventus's women's team, I think. So Serie A is combined with the MLS women's league, which is like one of the best leagues. And also, we're going to have a random mixed leagues in there as well. So it's going to be the biggest team of the season we've probably ever seen, and we'll talk about preparing for that here when we get to the market section of today's video. Now, also, we saw yesterday the live TOTS upgrade 1 and 2 would be leaked to be on the way tomorrow. It turns out we just got 1, so we still have another one that will be on the way. I'm assuming it'll come in the next couple days, maybe Tuesday or Wednesday, but don't freak out if you gotta like choose between 2 of them. Also, kind of why I would say maybe wait to see what number 2 looks like, because if number 2 ends up maybe just like a different stat increase, right? I think there's no pace and shooting on this evolution, right? No, there's not. So no pace, no shot, but it is 2 passing, 2 dribbling, 3 defending, and 2 physical. So maybe number 2 ends up with like 2 pace, 2 shooting, or something like that. Maybe your attacker will make more sense in there. So maybe just wait to see what 2 looks like before you do this one. If it's like a striker, for my Modric, it probably doesn't really matter because like this Modric card is going to be fucking insane. Or if you like Bruno Fernandes, it really doesn't matter. But for like maybe an attacker, I would just hold off a little bit longer maybe. Also, a random side note, do you give away wins in your spare champs games or leave it 0-0? Be honest. If you leave it 0-0, check yourself into therapy. If you don't give away free wins because I don't expect one in return, you can go fuck yourself. Moving swiftly on, let's talk about the market because we have, I mean, an insane amount of team of season cards hitting the market here shortly. And also guaranteed TOTS packs will come once a week, right? We saw all of last year, we get every league that comes out a guaranteed team of season card from said league. So we're going to get a guaranteed live team of season pack as an SBC. We're going to get one for Prem, we're going to get one for Bundesliga, etc. So first thing we'll talk about, I guess, is just the more team of the season cards hit the game, the less demand for each individual card there's going to be. It's very obvious, but like this even affects like the most expensive of expensive cards even. And yes, these cards are live, so it's a little different. Once we get towards, you know, actual stagnant cards that are the same stats and they're not live, this will happen every single week. It'll happen this week just to a lesser extent because they're live, but people do the I don't want to play with you anymore meme, and you know, they sell Bruno, they sell Loftus-Cheek, they sell Rafinha. Once we get any sort of other new cards in the game, they sell them, and you just need to expect that for whenever new team of the season cards come out every single week. Premier League is done, Bundesliga comes out, and there's gonna be other cheap options, women's league especially too in there, so you're just gonna see quick market drops on all cards. And I still believe that, you know, depending on what the Rivals rewards end up looking like, the best time to buy is gonna be after Rivals rewards, 100% on like anything, and then selling them on that Saturday probably during the height of weekend league demand. Now also, we have guaranteed team of season packs, and most of the time they're not that expensive. Let's go back and look at last year for the Premier League and the community. Let's take a look. So Premier League was 150,000 coins. What were the requirements looking like here? So actually it wasn't on FUTBin, but let's take a look at what it was. So Premier League TOTS requirement, thanks Karazi by the way, 85 rated squad there with 2 above 87 and an 87 rated squad with a team of the season card in it. So that one was not that cheap. It's 150,000 coins. If you look at the rest of them, they were all under 100k. Bundesliga was 100k, Liga 88,000. You've got Serie A 85,000. They're not 20k, but they're not also 200k, right? So they're kind of in the in-between range. There is no way to me that fodder won't rise for some of these packs. It's just whatever will be required every single week on Wednesdays every week, because we get the guaranteed major league upgrade on Wednesdays, the lower league usually on Tuesdays. Those don't usually make fodder go up at all. But if you want to make coins right now, 87s to 84s, club stock those is kind of really the best way to do it for me, and just see what happens, because they're probably going to start rising. We did 287s last year, right? And if that were the same requirements again, those will rise up. The high rated stuff I stay away from still. We're about to get a ton of TOTS cards. They're going to be 91, 92 rated. Stay away from those right now, but lower rated, I'm good with. And then also the first comment here that I want to talk about, haha, says, does anyone know if they will drop specific league upgrades just for one league? I'm assuming what he means by that is, say, you know, Premier League upgrades, right? Bundesliga upgrades for the team of the season that gets dropped. And they usually do that. That is correct. Now, honestly, most of the years, the best investment for team of the season has always been gold commons because they always go up. They're almost never 400 coins. They would always go up from 350 before team of the season up to 550, 600 coins, and even rares would rise sometimes. And that could happen again even, but gold commons, you could not catch below 600 in almost all team of the seasons for the past couple of years. Now, this year, even during team of the year, they didn't really rise up. So gold commons, I can't like tell you they're gonna be great investments this year because they haven't rose like almost at all the entire year, but they're 350 right now on bid at 300. You can double your money if they're 600 coins. If they're actually going for 600 coins, then you can lazy sell them for 750 and make a shit ton of coins. But this is usually the best investment every year. Just this year, it's maybe less so because of the fact that gold commons haven't really moved all year, or that's just what EA want you to think, and they're all gonna rise up again. And even gold rares last year for a period of time did go up to like 900 coins or almost 1,000, I think, and right now you get them at 650, right? Will that happen again? I mean, I can't really tell you. Gold commons are much more likely for me. That's usually one of the best investments of, all team of the season. But I would say if you're planning on doing upgrades, you might as well go and buy some at 350 or 300 coins. I mean, you might as well. You can't get them on bid right now for 300 coins, but maybe when the player picks leave. Yeah, I'll probably end up buying like a few hundred myself just because I, for one, don't want to have to buy them when they are, super in demand. Like they're not as much right now. If you're planning on doing upgrades, you might as well go buy a bunch of them. But the answer is yes. They almost always do have like player picks out and then also league specific packs out at the same time. Hardy Caprio says, of course, time to stop watching the secret EA employee. And maybe my sarcasm meter is just really bad at the moment, my sarcasm detector. But if you think I'm a secret EA employee, you haven't been watching me long enough. I'll tell you that much. At Mahan's Mini says, what happened to the Alexandro and Caputo shut on SBC compensation? I don't know if we'll ever see it. I have no idea what's going on with that. It's a unique situation. I wouldn't be surprised if they just ignore it and just as time goes on, or it takes 2 weeks and it doesn't matter. I don't know, man. And overall, it seems like everybody who had commented about Havertz yesterday seems like they really liked him. I didn't see any of like the 10 comments talking about Havertz that had really anything negative to say about him, apart from the fact that he can be a bit clunky at times. But outside of that, he's like fantastic. So this guy even said his dribbling is great. He didn't say anything about the fact he was clunky, and everyone said like 8 out of 10 plus. So it seems like Havertz is good. Devin Pax says, I like the idea of 3 TOTS teams in packs at a time. Has me thinking the high-end cards are going to be expensive, bro. Assuming you mean like that has me thinking the high-end cards will be expensive. The high-end cards to a certain degree always will be expensive. Like, I mean, team of the season Holland is gonna be expensive. Team of the season Salah will be expensive. It's just the more interesting part to me is gonna be those really good cards that don't quite have like the name value that will be a little cheaper this year, because there's gonna be just so many team of the season cards that if that does kind of make a lot of these like really good but maybe not as hyped cards very cheap, or just cheaper than usual, that'll then bring the Salahs and Holland's prices down a little bit. They'll still be millions of coins, but just a little bit less than what they really could be. Like those team of the years for a long time were 10 million coins. I don't think that'll happen this year, unless way less players get 3 playstyle pluses than I'm expecting them to get. It seems like if they kind of go half and half, it'll still be the same way if we're gonna get this many team season cards every single week in packs. But I'd just like to say, subscribe if you're new, and thank you for watching me ramble about FIFA on a daily basis and keep you up to date with all the news and shit like that. Love you all. Thanks for over some peace.